Namaste to everyone. Myself, Dr. Kashinath from Central University of Rajasthan. Today I am going to talk on yoga for heart care. Friends, as you all are aware that the 80% of the global deaths are because of chronic non-communicable disorders. Among these 80%, more than 50% of the deaths are because of heart disease. So in this situation, it is very important to take care of our heart in order to lead a good healthy life and reduce our medical care burden. Okay. Now, in such situation, what yoga can offer in order to maintain our heart in optimal healthy level. Friends, when we say yoga, it's not just asana, pranayama, or any kind of meditation. It's neither combination of all. So when we say yoga, it is a lifestyle. So I remember one of the very nice quotation from Bhagavad Gita, which says, Yuktahara viharasya yukta chestasya karmasu yukta swapnava bodhasya yogo bhavati dukkhaha. That means one who follows healthy and adequate diet, adequate physical activity, positive attitude, positive thinking, good interpersonal relationship, good social relationship, will be able to eliminate all kinds of diseases and pains in this life. Such a nice way of recommending a lifestyle. Now, based on this, we have prepared a yoga based lifestyle for heart care. Now, when we say lifestyle, the very important thing comes on our mind first is diet. Now, what kind of diet one should follow in order to have a good heart, in order to care their heart? It's very important in our diet is the salt restriction. Okay. Now we have to eliminate all forms of refined stuffs from our diet, and you have to fill your diet with lot of vegetables, lot of salads, fruits and sprouts. Now cut down your salt intake. Now it is very difficult to do that because we have become habituated of consuming a lot of salt since so many years. So suddenly we cannot stop it. So one way is to cut down 1/4 of your salt intake from your diet and maintain it for a week. After a week, again cut down 1/4. So like this you gradually cut down all kinds of stuffs which are not healthy to your heart from your diet in a tapering manner. So that will help your body to accustom, adjust and accept. In that way you can shift your diet from unhealthy diet to healthy diet. So in the breakfast, have lot of sprouts, lot of fruits, and in the lunch have proper meal, but make sure that in your meal you have lot of salads, lot of vegetables. Drink enough water in between the meals, and at least once in a day, preferably in the evening time, have a glass of hot water. And in the evening time, instead of having the snacks, tea, coffee and all, have dry fruits and other fruits. And night dinner should be as light as possible. That will help you to give to have a proper rest during the sleep to your heart. Okay. So in this way, cut down all sorts of refined stuff from your diet. Add lot of fruits, vegetables, sprouts, dry fruits like that, and refined stuff has to be eliminated. Refined salt, refined sugar, refined flour, refined oil has to be eliminated. Instead of that, you can use the filter oil, you can use the whole wheat flour. Okay, so in this way we have to make changes in our diet. Next is the physical activity. So minimum 2 kilometers of walk, slow, just a evening walk, have a great impact on our cardiac health. Okay, so minimum 2 kilometers of walking, and then proper rest. So have an adequate rest in the night. So sleep early and get up early, and if necessary, like people who are above the age of 50 and all, they can have half an hour to 45 minutes of nap in the afternoon. Okay. Then keep yourself away from all sorts of addictions, active and passive smoking, alcohol, mobile addiction. Okay. So all kinds of addictions which are harmful for our health has to be kept away. Okay. Now, in addition to that, we recommend 45 minutes to 1 hour of yoga every day. Yoga will help you to promote your cardiac health. So in yoga, we recommend Sukshmayamas. Sukshmayama is the joint loosening practices, where we do the loosening of all joints of the body, starting from the fingers to the toes. Okay, it is a simple movement. It's a flexion and extension of all the joints, which should be synchronized with the breathing. So when you flex your joint, you have to exhale, and when you stretch your joints, extend your joints, you have to inhale. So I will demonstrate a few rounds. For finger loosening, so exhale, then make a fist, inhale and stretch, exhale, bend, inhale, stretch. Now when you do that, you have to close your eyes and you have to go in, and you have to be aware of all the movements of your fingers, your finger joints, and you have to be aware of your breathing. So in this way, so one way we are doing the activity of the joint, other way we are doing the pranayama, deep and slow breathing, and at the same time we are also doing meditation, where we are focusing, we are bringing our mind to the present moments. It is a kind of mindfulness meditation. So like this, Sukshmayama for all the joints. Then breathing practices. So we recommend breathing practices, simple breathing practices. Here I will demonstrate you 2 breathing practices. One is hands in and out breathing, and other is ankle stretch breathing. Okay, I will demonstrate you first. So simply you have to stand up. You have to bring your both the hands in front. You have to take a deep breathing, slow breathing, with moving your hands away from each other. Again, exhale and bring it close. Inhale and stretch your arms, expand your chest. Exhale and bring it close. Now this you have to perform at least for 12 rounds. After that, ankle stretch breathing. Now in this, what you have to do, you have to keep your both the palms on your thighs. Now you have to take slow inhalation. You have to raise your both the hands up. At the same time, you have to raise your heels up and stand on your toes. So inhale, raise your hands up. Exhale slowly and bring back your hands. At the same time, you have to come on your feet. So inhale and go up. Exhale and come down. like this you have to perform at least for 12 minutes. So this is two types of breathing practices that you need to do every day, minimum 2 times. Now in addition to that, we also recommend a set of asanas. So simple asanas, which are 2 standing asanas, 2 sitting asanas, 2 prone and 2 supine asanas. In standing you can do Ardha Chakrasana and Ardha Kati Chakrasana. In sitting you can do Vakrasana and Paschimottanasana. In supine you can do Setu Bandhasana and Jatra Parivartanasana. And in prone you can do the Bhujangasana and Shavasana. Okay. After that, the very important practice is the relaxation practices. Friends, it is very important to have frequent relaxation practices in our throughout the day activity. So if you are office worker or if you are working in any field, in between you have to have at least some 5 minutes of gap. So in that 5 minutes gap, you have to practice relaxation techniques. There are various relaxation techniques which can be practiced, which are very short and which are very, very effective. Okay. So one relaxation practice among that is the quick relaxation technique. Now the quick relaxation technique is a very simple practice. What you have to do is, if possible, you can lie down. Preferably you should lie down on the floor, on the bed, in Shavasana. Shavasana is you have to keep your both the hands apart away from the body. You have to keep both the legs a little bit apart, and your palm should be facing the roof, and you have to collapse your whole body weight on the ground. And you can also keep your right hand on your abdomen. Now what you need to do is, now you have to close your eyes and take a deep breath and bulge out your abdomen. Exhale slowly and sink it down. Now make sure that inhalation and exhalation ratio should be 1:2. So 5 seconds you have to inhale and 10 seconds you have to exhale. Slow inhalation with bulging your abdomen out. Slow exhalation with sinking your abdomen in. This you have to do for 8 rounds. And after that, keep your hands again on the ground. Now you have to take a deep breath, bulge out your abdomen, and while you exhale, you have to chant Akara. Just you have to lie down and take a deep breath, and when you exhale, you have to say like. As long as possible, as per your comfortability. So don't force yourself to make the duration longer. So as much as you are comfortable, say and exhale. Okay? This is the quick relaxation technique. You should have quick relaxation technique at least 4 or 5 times in a day. Just like when you are going to office, so before start your work, have one quick relaxation technique. In between your lunch break and start, you have one more, and after lunch one more, and before in between the evening and afternoon one more. So like that you can have frequent quick relaxation techniques. And the another relaxation technique I advise is just lying down in Shavasana for 20 minutes. So when you come from the office, lie down on your bed or on the floor in Shavasana for 20 minutes. Now don't sleep. Just you have to lie down and be aware of your breathing process, be aware of your body sensations. You have to relax your body muscles consciously. You have to experience, you have to feel the stretches, you have to feel the spasm, you have to feel the contraction in your muscles in your body, and consciously you have to relax them. This you have to practice for 20 minutes. Now there are many studies being done. Only 20 minutes of lying down in Shavasana has helped a patients with hypertension to reduce their blood pressure and to cut down their medication. Such a simple techniques. So if we are able to do these things, so this will help us to calm down our mind, to reduce our anxiety. This will also helps to reduce the blood pressure, reduce the heart rate, and improve our cardiac health, cardiac efficiency. So Shavasana, quick relaxation technique, breathing practices, and simple joint movement, 2 kilometers of walking every day would help our heart to a great extent. In addition to that, we have to make the changes in your diet and have a proper communication with the others. Talk to others. Have a friend to whom you will speak open-heartedly. So you have to manage your stress levels also, because stress has a very great and bad impact on our cardiac health. Okay. So one of the way to tackle the stress is, of course, all these practices will help us to reduce our stress. In addition to that, we being a social animal, so we have to be connected with the other person. So we have to be connected with the society. So have a good friend to whom you speak openly. So speak your whatever you feel like. So let your feelings be ventilated. So that will help to calm down your stress levels. In addition to that, I would like to say that all these practices, what I advise, they are very much scientific based. There are many researches being done, and now we have enough evidence that the yoga based lifestyle helps not only to prevent the heart disease, not only to maintain the good cardiac health, it will also helps in many cardiac disorders. Like there are studies being done where there is a reversible of atherosclerosis, cardiac atherosclerosis. So coronary atherosclerosis being reversed by following yoga based lifestyle. So following a yoga based lifestyle will help us to prevent the hypertension, reduce the blood pressure, reduce the medication requirement. Okay, so these practices will help us to improve heart rate variability, so our brain heart communication get enhanced. So if heart rate variability improves, the cardiac health will improve. So there are studies which have shown that yoga will help to prevent the heart disease. Yoga will help to many of the heart diseases like congestive cardiac failure. It will help in case of myocardial infarction. It will also help in post CABG, post bypass surgery rehabilitation. Okay, so in this way, yoga will definitely help to improve the cardiac health. Thank you. Namaste.